Hello everybody, and welcome back to Octopath Traveler, where I wanted to do Cyrus's chapter 4, but they're going to make me walk there, and I don't feel like it, so we're just going to go ahead to go to Noble Court and do Primrose then. Because, that's not really working out for us. Where is the inn?
In truth,
Oh. I was like, he looked important, man. He's that Kit guy. I remember him. Alright, let's get... Oh. Wedding bells. There was quite a crowd here before. Whatever was the occasion? A wedding parade, they were saying. You don't say. I've assisted at a number of weddings myself. Ah, indeed. Wakes and weddings alike all fall within the purview of the Church of the Flame, do they not? That's right. Needless to say, weddings are far more lively and extravagant. The highlight is when the bride and groom stand before the priest and blow out the 12 candles. That's when the couple makes their vow to the 12 gods, right? Yes, although the precise words of the vow often differ depending on the local custom. They usually involve making a promise to face any hardships together and praying for the gods to watch over them. After the vows have been said, the newlywed blow out the candles. Come to think of it, I remember seeing a long wall of white cloth hung up around the candles. Indeed, the bride's family provides the cloth, but do you know what the reason for it? I figured it was needed to keep out the breeze. In a sense, it is said that ill winds blow from the afterworld when couples make vows. The white sheets form a barrier between this world and the next, keeping death and misery at bay. You don't say. Live and learn, eh? When the time comes for either of you two to be wed, I would be honored to preside over the ceremony. Sure. I shall keep that in mind, should such a day come, that is. Well then. Equipment. Alphin. Yoink. Yoink, 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 yoink. Primrose. You seem to have... Oh, put that on. Yeah, put that on. Oof, that's a huge hit. We'll keep that one on. That one. Change party. Put Primrose in for Alphin. Hey, look, they all got almost around 40 apiece. That's not that bad. Jobs. Primrose. Let's see. Alright, now. Well, I have the XP stuff on, so I should fight. But not in this town, because this town doesn't have level 45 people. I should probably switch to SP Saver. How many merchants? She only knows 2 things from merchant. No, she'd have to put in way too much SP for that. Or not SP, JP, sorry. And she needs to learn Lightning Blast. I guess we'll just do Elemental Augmentation for now. Oh, goodness gracious. She needs... There we go, put that boy on. And then, so 594. So, that's not bad, isn't it? Yeah, it's just short of what Cyrus has. Wow, she actually got hella strong with that knife. Yes, she did. She should be strong then, to be honest. Alright. There's that. I gotta do her story, but I need to go. I guess I should start at the story and went to the item shop like later. Oh, because I have Primrose in my party. All right, let's go. The story so far. In the town of Stillsnow, Primrose got her first taste of revenge. There, she struck down the left wing of the crow, driving the dagger engraved with our family's words into his breast. Faith shall be your shield. The words had served her well. Now, two remain, the man with the mark on his right arm, and the foulest bird of all, with the mark on his neck. Go home to Noble Court, she was told. There you will find the truth you seek. But will this truth bring her peace or further pain? And so, after too many years, Primrose comes home.
Oh my.
How long has it been? When I left, I thought I would never return to this place. The crow said I would find the truth here. But what truth was he speaking of? Two more men bearing the mark of that foul bird. My search continues here. Look, that young lady. Is that not Lady Primrose? What?
No.
You're seeing things, friend. House Azelhard is nothing but a memory now. Right, of course. No need to drag up old ghosts. There's plenty enough going on in the present. Just look. What's happening over there? Oh, somebody dead.
Darling, please open your eyes. No, say it is not so.
Crying shame that just as his business was starting to take off.
Just
Rumor
so.
has it he voiced his displeasure with his lordship a bit too loudly, if you catch my meaning. That's why I keep my mouth shut, lest I end up dead on the street like that poor sod. A
What?
murder in Noble Court of all places?
But
When I was young, Father and the city watch saw that hardly a crime was committed here. What has become of this place since I left? Move out of the way, you slack-jawed fools. We're here by express order of his lordship to inspect the scene. Now clear out, lest we toss you in the gall for impeding the investigation.
how
The
can that?
Lord's own guardsmen are investigating the crime? Where is the city watch? I know
Hey,
that man. He was one of Father's trusted friends. Ravello Forsyth, Lieutenant Commander of the City Watch. At least he used to be. So he was spared the wrath of the crows, at least. A raven from Stillsnow, sir. I fear the tidings are ill. Master Rufus is,
Oh.
So the left wing has been clipped. It was the Azelhart girl that did the deed, you say. So she still lives, after all. Guess we'll just have to do something about that. Mark my words, the Azelhart line ends here. Mark my words, not my pronunciations or speech.
Could it be?
Lady Primrose? Is that truly you, Lady Primrose?
Impossible.
I know that voice. I don't know, don't trust anybody. From a lifetime ago.
Primrose.
Do my eyes see true? You have grown lovelier than I ever could have dreamed, Lady Primrose.
Simeon.
Who is Simeon? Where have you been all these years? Not here, that's for certain. You know, I always wanted to run as fast and far as I could from this stuffy old town. So I set out on a journey across the realm. And yet, no matter how far I traveled, I could not escape from the pain of losing you. Sly talker.
Of
These
course.
days I make a living as a playwright of sorts. I pen dramas and tragedies for the stage. You always did have a way with words. I swore I would never return to this place, then one day I felt an odd yearning. And no sooner do I arrive than I am reunited with you. Fate is a mysterious thing, is it not? But
Primrose.
enough about me. Where have you been all these years, my love? What do I even tell him? There's not a thing I can say without sullying his memories of me forever.
I'm
My
sorry.
apologies, that was too forward of me. You needn't say a thing. Besides, I can imagine all too well without hearing a word. Life has not been kind to you, and though you have grown all the more beautiful through the hardships you no doubt suffered. It still pains me that you had to suffer them. Simeon's gentle words stirred something in Primrose, a feeling she had not felt in many years. For the first time in what seemed like forever, she felt somewhere deep in her heart, a measure of peace. He is too kind to me. He always was. Uh-oh. Boy, what are you two doing loitering about? Looks like a spot of trouble I'd just as soon avoid. Come, my lady, let's find somewhere we can chat in private. Oh, snap. Hold on now. Watch your fingers. I have a knife.
Seeing you again, it brings back so many memories. Memories of my childhood days in this town. I could never understand why my father was so strict with me. I was always running off to the gardens for a good cry.
And that was where I would find you. And find an excuse to shirk my duties as gardener's apprentice. I wanted nothing more than to spend time with you. To be a part of your world. Little lady, why do you cry so?
What? What? We couldn't help but be drawn to one another, like the bees drawn to the nectar of the fragrant blooms.
Whoa.
You were always penning poems for me. Your words, your songs, gave me comfort and solace. In the darkest days, after I lost Father, you would sing them for me, over and over.
To tell the truth, Primrose, I left this town to search for you. I tried so many times to forget you, to accept that you were gone.
Why do I have a bad feeling? I guess just because of how her story played out so far. I'm not buying it, but I'll keep,
Yet time and again, I found myself reciting the poems I had written you.
I'll keep quiet.
Can you forgive me, Primrose?
There is nothing to forgive. It was all so very long ago. I, too, have moved on from those days. I have found my own reason to go on.
And when the moon waxes full and bright in dark heaven, and stars glitter worlds away from earthly sorrow, would that sleep hold you in her soft embrace. Then shall my eyes close, lips open in prayer, for it is only in dreams that we may meet again.
Simeon.
And then there was silence. In that moment, there was nothing that words could convey.
Lady Primrose, I intend to remain in town for some time yet. I still have not forgiven myself, knowing that I could not do more for you. It tortures me to this day. If there is any way at all, in which I can be of service to you, my lady, you need only say the word.
Thank you, Simeon.
I don't trust you.
Enough distractions. I must find the men marked by the crow. But where to begin?
Do we find that one dude in the green? No. Are they gonna tease her? It's Tressa.
So...
Who's this Simeon guy? Well, was he someone really special to you? Tressa, have you ever felt a special kinship to someone? A special kinship? You mean like aside from my family? I guess I never really thought about it. Trading's been my life since before I can remember. I kind of feel a connection with my customers when we make a good deal. Is that the same thing? Let me tell you something, Tressa. When something about a person resonates deep within you, it is the most wonderful feeling. Your heart is freed, your mind is opened, and you realize there's more to the world than you ever knew. But I wouldn't expect you to understand. After all, you're still a little girl. Hey! Who you calling little? When held, just started beating her down. Oh, goodness.
A moment of your
May I
time.
be so bold as to pry? Huh? That man is very important to you, is he not? Why do you say that? 'Tis a conjecture, based on how both of you look at each other. Had you not chosen to live your life the way you do, I wonder if... You can stop right there, Professor. How I live my life is my affair, not yours. Oh, yes, quite. I do apologize. I'd best be careful around him. He's sharper than he looks. You know, being a scholar and all. So this is where you were born and raised. It is. Though much has changed in the past 10 years, the people, the town. It seems like this Lord we've been told about has a lot to do with that. Yes, and none of the changes have been for the better. This is a happier place when I knew it. It was peaceful and prosperous. My father was a strict man, but he was respected and loved by the people. I would very much like to see a town as it once was. If only if I could have shown it to you. How proud I was where we lived. Oh, Primrose. Their voices are too similar to me. I gotta figure out a way to cut that apart. Hey, it's the man in green. I do.
Farewell. Jeffrey, I will return. What is this? Are my eyes to be believed? God's teeth. How could this? Are you Jeffries?
It's been too long, Master Forsyth.
Lady Primrose. Too long, indeed. We all knew you would grow to be a beauty, a great beauty, but even still, I feel as though I'm standing before a vision from the heavens. It brings me great joy to know you are well, my Lady Primrose.
As it does me to see you hale and hearty, Master Forsyth.
Thank the
Age
gods.
has stooped my back and blurred my eyes, but just seeing you before me, I thank the gods for blessing me with a long life. You flattered me overmuch, I could say. I was just praying Geoffrey a visit, as I do from time to time. You should do the same, Lady Primrose. Let your father bask in your beauty as well.
No.
I cannot face father. Not yet. Before that, there is something I must do. I am sorry to hear it, my lady. But where have you kept yourself all these years? There are many here who would have been more than happy to take you in.
The truth is...
on a journey of sorts, if you must know the truth.
I'm sorry.
Forgive me. I had no idea you had suffered through such dark days. You did well to endure and return to us, Lady Primrose. I endured only
Actually...
because I must. I must learn the truth behind Father's death. And have my revenge upon the bastards who took him from me. Master Forsyth, is there nothing you can tell me? There was a time when I, too, spared no effort in trying to unravel the secrets behind Lord Geoffrey's murder. But in the end, I was left wishing I had never had. My lady, I urge you to tread lightly. This business will be the death of you if you do not watch your back. I am ready for whatever may come.
I know what I must
Very
do.
well. Come with me, and I will tell you what I know. Come back, Anna. I was wondering what was keeping you, dear. Pray tell, who is this beauty you've brought with you?
It's not
Lady
possible.
Primrose. My, but I never, and so beautiful a woman grown. Pinch me, my dear. I must be dreaming. I thought the same myself. Now, what say ye we share a cup of tea? So, from that dark day onward, the balance of power here in Noble Court shifted, and shifted dramatically. Under Lord Geoffrey's stewardship, House Azelhart was the most prominent of all the great families. Working closely with the City Watch, he took it upon himself to uphold the peace and keep the people happy. Crime of any sort was nigh unheard of. Oh, what happy days those were. Though those with the wont to do ill deeds might have found it a bit stifling. But it matters little. Those times of peace and security were all but a dream now.
the chaos and disorder that followed the fall of our House Azelhart, a group of men seized power. They called themselves the Obsidians. They began their operation peddling illicit tinctures back when your father still lived. Working in the shadows, just out of the sight of Geoffrey's watchful eye, they made one shady deal after the next, filling their coffers and making powerful friends. Swayed by the influence of their coin, countless once lawful men cast their lot with these villains, and the ones that didn't. Captain Albus commanded the city watch in those days. Maybe you remember him? He was Lord Geoffrey's right hand, and the most just and honorable man I have been privileged to know. Unfortunately, his code of honor put him at odds with the Obsidians, and so they took action.
Murdered. Like my father.
And absent his leadership, the city watch collapsed, and the Obsidians seized power with the greatest of ease. I spent years trying to follow the trail of corruption, to find who they led to, where the blood money flowed. In the end, I found that I was up against an opponent too evil. I have faced innumerable threats to my own life. Two of my cohorts from the Watch, who worked tirelessly to help me to track down the truth, were murdered in cold blood. Honor and justice are long dead here, never to return. I am an old man now, and I grow weary of this battle. I am but a minor landowner, with no influence of which to speak. All I can do is bring flowers to Geoffrey's grave.
Lady Primrose?
There is nothing more I can do for him, or for you. And so I beg of you, Lady Primrose, leave this place. Trust me, my lady, were your father here, he would say the same.
I beg to differ, Master Forsyth. Were my father here, this is what he would say.
Faith shall be your shield.
Mayhap you are right. Mayhap I have only twisted my memories of Geoffrey to ease my regret at my own cowardice. Forgive me, my lady. I do you a dishonor. I know where the Obsidians make their headquarters in town. I will take you there.
Ooh, it's about to get gritty.
Lady
I will wait for you
Primrose.
here, my lady. Pray tell whenever you are ready to depart.
Hopefully he doesn't get a crack-a-lacked. That'd be pretty sad.
Kitty! Look at the kitty!
Kitty, 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 kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty. Okay, anyway.
Kitty!
Kitty, 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 kitty. Okay, I'm done. Yeah, let's go. I mean, I'm level 65. I'm gonna blow these dudes out of the water. Disgustingly so.
This is the den of the Obsidians.
Lovely.
You have my gratitude, Master Forsyth.
I cannot guarantee your safety should you choose to go forward, my lady.
I owe you a
What will I
debt.
ask you to?
Lady Primrose?
You need to avenge Geoffrey's death, do you not?
I'll do what I must.
It has been my sole reason for living all these years.
Very well. In that case, Lady Primrose. Pray allow this old man to accompany you. There was a time when I too vowed I would see justice served. For so long I had abandoned hope and lost my way. But reuniting with you, It has lit the path before me anew, as if the light of the flame shined upon us. I realize now that for all I have learned over the years, I still know nothing of true bravery.
So then,
Master Forsyth,
I beg of you.
if your faith will be your shield, pretty Rose, let me be the sword at your side. Oh man, I don't like this. I hope this guy doesn't die. Oh man. Sir, the Lady Hazelheart comes calling.
Oh.
Does she now? How thoughtful of her to save me the trouble of hunting her down myself. It's all playing out just as the boss said. Which reminds me, wasn't he supposed to be joining us? Yeah! Oh, his voice. I thought his voice was like deep and anonymous. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it up. On that matter, sir, I'm afraid there's been a slight change of plans. You left a message. It appears there are some preparations you will see to first. As our boss, always had a flair for the dramatic. Sir. No doubt he's preparing a welcome party of his own. My Lady Hazelheart. 'Tis a pity you will not live to see. For the right one will snuff the life out of you right here. Alright. And that's essentially where I'm going to end today's episode. Hope you guys had fun delving deeper into the incredibly dark story that she has to offer us. Make sure you guys subscribe if you'd like to see more content, and leave a little like and everything else like that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And I will catch you guys tomorrow. See you then.